Welcome everybody to another Community Fit. I'm James, your host, and this is Move Lab Dynamics. And we are in full body exploration mode. So we're gonna have our full body workout today. If something is above your pay grade, if something is confusing, if something is just too hard, and you want to choose a different movement pattern, you want to revisit something we played with previously, great, do that. Why? Because we're in Move Lab and there's no wrong choices, just a bunch of options for you to decide what's best for you today. Having said that, I encourage you to explore and play, well, how does the foot influence arm movement? How does the spine articulate all the way through? What the choices I'm making in my lower body, how is that affecting movement in my upper body? Things that are happening on the left, how is that contributing to things I'm noticing on the right? That's what Move Lab is. It's an exploration of awareness and choice. So without further ado, sit comfortably. We're going to start our normal process. And for those of you just joining, great. We always start with breath work. We move into nervous system warm-ups because exercise is stress. You have the opportunity here to not only work on movement patterns, but also that stress reflex. And then getting into the movement session of the day, which is always centered around fun, play, exploration, because exercise is boring and no one wants to do it. So we're going to play our way back into the body. So starting off with the breath work today, let's go with an oldie but a goodie. Let's go with the physiological side because I feel like I need it today. If you're new to the physiological side, it's a double inhale followed by a single exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale. If you can go in through the nose, out through the mouth, all the better, but choose, you know which way your body wants to breathe. So 5 times, double inhale, single exhale. Or more. Three. Last couple. One more. Bring your hands together, get them warmed. Take your nice warm hands, place them anywhere that would feel good to place those nice warm hands. I'm not going to tell you where, you decide. The warmth and the touch kind of sink in and register. That's the point of it all. And then whether you want to keep your hands here or not, maybe starting an orientation practice, just looking around and intaking space. Looking around and objectively naming things in your space. Here that might sound like plant, mirror, ceiling, light, air duct. You're just looking around and naming. And then just a little right and left bilateral sway. It can be big, it can be small. Knowing that you can turn to any of those at any time to sort of settle and regulate and recenter. Now, from there, maybe that bilateral sway becomes little seaweed spine. Little, like you're a blade of wheat grass blowing in the wind. Your spine is spaghetti. However it is you want to think about it, just noticing where you're apt to move and where you're not. Is your tailbone and pelvic spine moving? Is your low back spine moving? Your rib spine, neck spine, Which portions are you more or less apt and willing to move? From there, and I'm going to change the way I'm seated. You don't have to. From there, maybe we just go into some falling practice. Touching down, touching down. It can be here, or it can be both arms. We could even do a lift. We can do a twist. And within that falling practice, you can keep doing that. Or how far behind you can you twist and fall? Notice how that back leg kind of liberates itself. It just starts to move and organize. And if it's not, if it's down, how is that restricting the movement? It's something to explore and play with. Now, you can keep going with that, or what is it like if both legs rotate and you find yourself on the belly, and then you push? And I go and I rotate, I find myself on my belly. I push. One more. And rest. Readjust your mat. Right leg to the side, left leg in front. Let's get that lower body kind of awake. From here, lifting up, decelerating back down. Lifting up, decelerating back down. One more after this. Flip flop. We're up and back down. 3, 2, 1. One on each side. I can take and flip to the front. Down, flip. Or I can go up, flip the legs behind me, and come down. Up, flip, down. Up, flip, down. Up, flip, down. I could go to the front. I can go to the back. And I'm just making some rules for myself, exploring. And rest. Crisscross the legs. Rocking right and left. Back to that falling practice. How about now? Can you resist the urge to catch yourself for as long as possible, right? I go and there's a reflex. I go and there's a reflex. Or maybe I just topple. And topple. Off center. On center. Now, I can keep doing that. I'm going to give myself a little more space. I can keep doing that. Or maybe I put my hands on my knees and I go over and I just spin and come up. And I go over, spin, and come up. And reverse. And stretch your legs out in front of you. Stretch your legs into a long shape. Dip your hands into imaginary paint. Paint the legs, little stretch. and then lying all the way down. Lying all the way down, stretch yourself into the longest shape you can make. Stretch your arms as far away from your feet and toes as you possibly can. Interlace the thumbs and stretch. Hold. Lift your ears to be right between your two biceps. Look for your own belly button and relax back down. Stretch, lift, and back down. Stretch, lift your head, lift your right foot, maybe about a foot. Everything relaxes. All of that at one time. Relax. Relax. Other leg. Relax. Relax. One more. Relax. If you've got that, how about both legs? Relax. Relax. One more. Relax. Shake it all out. If either the toppling, rounding, falling was hard, or one of those last maneuvers was hard, stay there. Practice that. That's your pay grade. That's where you're at right now, figuring that out. Or follow me into the next movement. Stretch, lift, rock. Notice how arms and legs are staying stretched. I'm not throwing anything to get up. I'm staying long. Rest. It's a hollow body rocker. Instead of rocking forward and back, we're going to go hollow body, which is long shape, right and left, rolling. Long, right and left. Four, three, two, one. Rest. Lying down, left leg straight, left arm out to the side, right knee bent, right foot right by left leg, right hand on chest. Left arm out, left leg long, bent right knee, right hand on chest. Push down with right leg and let that roll you over to your left hip. Notice this right knee isn't falling. This right knee isn't opening. It's a single leg bridge. And I know it's single legged and not both because left hip is on the ground the whole time. It's the beginning of learning to sequentially roll to your side. I roll through the hip and low back. I come back, low back and hip. Hip, low back, rib spine, low back, hip. Hip, low back, rib spine. I'm on my left. I come back through my head, rib spine, low back, pelvis. From the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom. Bottom to top, top to bottom. Bottom to top, lying on my side. Adjust yourself if needed. Protect your head, meaning just make it work for you. Top arm lifts, top foot comes up to touch top hand and back down. Touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. No one said keep your legs straight. Make it work. That foot will touch your hand though, even if you've got to figure it out to make it work. touch, touch, 2, 1, grab a hold of it. Bend the knee, straighten the leg. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, even if that's holding on to your shin. Straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, take it behind your back. Lift it back up. Take it behind you. Lift it up. Even if it's here, take it behind you. Lift it back up. Whatever you got, take it behind you. Lift it up. Take it behind you. Hold. Long shape on the bottom, rolling onto your belly. Rolling back onto your left side. Onto your belly. Left side. Can you roll onto the belly and keep that right leg off the floor the whole time? Including coming back. One more of whatever you got there. Straighten out onto your back. Other side. Left knee is bent. Right arm is out, right leg is straight, left hand is on your chest. Sequentially learning how to roll. Hip. Hip to ribs. Ribs to hip. Hips to ribs. Ribs to hips. From the bottom all the way to the top. From the top all the way to the bottom. This is one of those that looks real easy, but when you really start articulating and going, well, what's coming down? Where am I at? What's going on? There's sort of some thought, some physical thinking going on. Push and back. Push onto your side, top arm, touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. 3, 2, grab a hold of whatever you can get a hold of, take it and reach it. Bend it and stretch it. Bend it, maybe take it behind you. Lift it back up. Behind and up. Behind and up. Behind, long shape, belly, side. Belly, side. Belly without that leg touching. One more. And rest onto your stomach. Onto your stomach, come up to your forearms. Rocking right and left, right and left. Getting that back limbered up. You can go to baby lizard arms if you'd like. You can stay here. Hold. Push down. Widen the collarbone. Reach the chin. This is something we've covered in previous classes. Hold. Stretch. Can you make your legs stretch longer? Longer, longer, longer. So long that they want to lift off the floor. Hold. Can you stay up this high and liberate a right arm? How about a left? Arms down, relax, rock. If you can't stay up, what do? If it hurts, what do? You become aware of what you're feeling and you modify it. Modulate it. Maybe it's shorter. Maybe you're just here. Maybe you need more mobility in that spine. Maybe you're ready for a little break. Hold, strengthen and lengthen. Choice. I can either stay here liberate my arms, or push down with my arms and come back down. Notice how my legs rock. They go down and they come up. This is essentially a hollow body rocker on the back side of the body. Now, I can stay here, or I can go up, stretch my arms forward, and then catch myself. You're like, what? It looks like this. Rest. From there, hands underneath armpits, push yourself up, and some cats and cows. Tuck the toes. We go back and stretch, and forward and stretch. Stretch the toes and ankles, stretch the palms. Find your center, hold. From there, we want to lift the hips and the knees off the ground. How do you get there? You push down to go up. Heels go down, hips and knees go up. Decelerate. Push down to go up. Decelerate. Push down to go up. One more. Point, sit back, rock. Maybe here a little orientation and breathing. A little lateral movement, right and left. Get that nervous system. Hands and knees. Bring your heels towards your rear. Right into some kitty cat push-ups. I go down and up. Down and up. 3, 2, 1. Decision. Is staying with the kitty cat push-up where you need to be today? Or walk your hands forward. Bring your chest towards your hands, heels towards your rear, down and up, down, up. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Rocking. Back to hands and knees. Tucking the toes. Hips and knees lift. Back down. Feet push up. Down, lift. Down, up, push up. One more. Rest. Now, from there, you can do that sequence, or you can follow me here. Down to go up, liberate a limb, come down, going down, back up, reset. Up, liberate, going down, down, reset. Up, stretch, reset. Up, stretch, reset. One more each side. What does it take to reset? From there, however you get there, find a way to stand. Take a little walk. Find yourself in the center of your mat. Separate your feet at least as wide as you feel you are. Rocking right foot, left foot, right, left. A little seaweed spine. You may even want to go into that dynamic balance we were working with. Now, today has been all about weight shifting, finding strength on the front of the back and the side of the bodies, and spirals. So, weight shift to one foot, spiral in that direction, other side. Weight shift, spiral. Do you have the capacity to liberate that back leg? Four, three, two, one. Take a little walk. Ending with, if you do nothing else, until we meet again, homework. Stand up. Sit down on the floor. Get comfortable. Stand back up. Find a different way to stand. Sit back down. Find a different way to sit. Find a different way to stand back up. And a whole new sitting position. Stand up. Different way to stand. Different way to sit. Find a way to stand up. And sit. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Rest. Your homework. How many different ways can you find to sit? Can you find to stand? And can you find to transition from up to down? If you do no other homework, can you do that one? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Hands on your chest. Take a nice deep inhale into your own heart. Tell yourself thank you for showing up today. Take a look around your space. Tell your space thank you, and most importantly, tell your community thank you. We thank you for being a part of ours and for inviting us into yours. We'll see you tomorrow for a little reset and restore, and again next week to do it all over again. So, bye everyone. I'll stick around for any questions you might have. We have a thank you for helping me learn to encourage my body to do new things while listening. You are welcome. Thank you, everyone. Okay, looks like we don't have any questions, just some thank yous. So I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.